Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly two of the best. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Danny Amendola on the return.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mariota. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A look at the numbers from Penny last week. 21 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
10 touchdowns on the season for him, and I don't know whether these goals are written down. I don't know whether they're discussed amongst the team, but I do know this. Every guy who touches the ball as a ball carrier thinks 10 touchdowns is a nice round goal to try and reach in a season.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On play action, Mariota. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dontrell Inman. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lumberjacks have taken the early lead. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going. A touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
On first down, it's Newton. A quick throw, but incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
Now it's Newton. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw, Mariota. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Yetur Gross-Matos make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. No gain, and it's second down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath. Gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Newton now to throw.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Newton. He finds Hearns left side. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Here's Newton. High throw, but he makes the catch.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Again, Newton. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Chris Godwin
With touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Express are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now Amendola.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Well, the drive starts with a completion left side. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he goes out right around the 39. Off the play fake, Mariota. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll throw again. Mariota. And he finds Danny Amendola.
7 yards the pickup there.
Seven, our score after 1. Amendola has it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And it's caught. Touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Lumberjacks have moved out in front.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, That's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
Getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you do the formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told,
That's what I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get.
Matt Nagy wants the officials to take another look at that one. He'll throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Leonard Fournette. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and 12.
Here's Newton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there. And I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Robinson's got it. And they'll buy a few yards. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And shedding through the tackle. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Mariota.
He'll get this out wide to Penny.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's brought down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Play fake. Mariota. He finds his man. Complete. That's Stanley. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
2nd and 4.
Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And now here's Inman bringing in the pass. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Mariota now. And it's caught. Touchdown. Danny Amendola. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Lumberjacks are able to widen their advantage.
And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Parkey with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. To throw again on second down. Newton. And he can't escape, and down he goes. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Time to look now with our spotlight at the quarterback, Marcus Mariota. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Throwing, Mariota. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Jonathan Grenard. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Throwing is Newton. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Justin Herbert sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. From there, we're off to check out another game, and things didn't work out for him, as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Trey Lance leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up, as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. In our game, it was Marcus Mariota with a strong first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front, as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter, taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive, because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Steps away. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
From the 50, Newton. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On first down, Newton. And Cook has it, left side. That catch good for only a couple. From the 44, Newton will swing this out to Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Newton. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Newton on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run forward with Fournette, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Fournette. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Express have cut it back within a score. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the two-point try. Cam looking to throw, and he's got it. So they try for 2 successful, and with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Amendola. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Running left, it's Penny. Busts through the tackle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
First down, Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Here's a give to Penny, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Here's Mariota. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff to Penny, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Penny is in for a touchdown. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off by a Rashad Penny touchdown run. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Back and past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Newton over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Here's Newton. That'll be complete to Cook. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On 1st and 10, Newton completes it to Hearns. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Throwing again on second down. Newton, middle of the field, it's Robinson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Fournette again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Express have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Amendola. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Rashad Penny, and he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high, the tensions are the same. who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 80 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it a second down. Now it's Penny. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mariota looking left side. He's got it. Complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. To throw, Mariota. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. To throw is Mariota. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jonathan Grenard, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Second down and goal. Mariota. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Penny. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So Cam Newton and his offense down by 6, 1:45 to play. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Now Newton. That's complete. It's Cook.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Newton. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Here's Newton. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Cam to throw. This is complete. Finds his man Hearns. First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that a free 15 yards.
And it's always a tough one as a defender because a lot of the penalties that you commit, pass interference, holding, when they happen, you actually know what you're doing. But a face mask penalty, a lot of times it's inadvertent, but it still costs you the same amount of yardage.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now Newton. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. They come up on a first and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Now it's Newton. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition working the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their number one running option that you've scouted and take away their number one receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
Dancing, and he's into the end zone with no time left on the clock. And they're an extra point away from winning this game. The kick is good, and can you believe this? They win it with zeros on the clock. Well, this was a game we'll have in the memory banks for a while. The winning touchdown at the end, and then they had to get that extra point. You know, the knees were shaking. But he put it through, and boom, a dramatic victory.
And just remember, prior to 2015, that extra point almost felt routine, didn't it? Like it was a fait accompli. But when we moved it back to the 15, now the drama kicked in. So, yes, the touchdown, extremely important. Obviously, they had to have it. That was huge. But that was not a gimme, and he knocked it through the post.
So for the home team here, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Portland, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.